Okay, we'll start it off with the main one. We will start it off with the main one. The Crow. It has a release date of June 2024. It's exciting, but kind of scary because usually when they announce a release date, especially if it's a release date that's kind of soon, you usually get some kind of marketing, photos, maybe a little teaser, something. But we have gotten absolutely nothing. And a couple things. One, Bill Skarsgard has a new movie coming out called Boy Kills World. I saw the trailer for that recently. And it looks interesting. And I know that they don't like to promote 2-star vehicles at the same time. So maybe that's a reason. Maybe they want to do a marketing push until the release of his Boy Kills World movie. And then as soon as that movie is released, they push, they start the marketing push for The Crow. Chris, let me get your super chat real quick. He says, Ginny and Grandpa Joe from Willy Wonka were horrible people. Grandpa didn't get out of bed for 20 years until he heard free chocolate. That is a really good point. I need to now you're talking about the original Willy Wonka, which that's my favorite by far. I didn't even watch this newest one. So I can't give you an opinion. I'm not going to say it's shit because I caught like a little bit of it because it came on Max, but I had to go back to work and I didn't really want to finish it. Timothée Chalamet, he's a good actor. He does a good job from what I saw, but yeah. But yeah, that's true. Grandpa he kind of slid under the attack, because nobody was attacking Grandpa, but he did what he did, right? But yeah. So back to The Crow. Let me read through this a little bit. The original movie is headed to 4K, and we've learned tonight that Lionsgate's brand new reboot, The Crow, starring Bill Skarsgard, will also release in the first half of 2024. The Crow reboot will release in theaters on June 7th, 2024. From director Rupert Sanders, which that does have me excited. Rupert Sanders is his style of direction, I think, is well suited for The Crow. Snow White and the Huntsman, Ghost in the Shell. Bill Skarsgard is leading the cast of The Crow as Eric Draven, with singer-actor FKA Twigs co-starring. Danny Houston, 30 Days of Night, also stars. That's a good casting for a villain. Alongside Laura Byrne, Sammy Buajai, and Jordan Bolger. Okay. In the new movie, soulmates Eric Draven and Shelley Webster are brutally murdered when the demons of her dark past catch up with them. Given the chance to save his true love by sacrificing himself, Eric sets out to seek merciless revenge on their killers, traversing the worlds of living and the dead to put the wrong things right. We appreciate that the Crow character and original movie mean to legions of fans, and believe this new film will offer audiences an authentic and visceral reinterpretation of its emotional power and mythology. To work with a creative team led by Rupert's unparalleled visual style and storytelling, and with a producing team who have made some of the most popular and impactful films of the last several decades, is a true privilege. Okay, so why are you not promoting this? That is my question. And you know what? Maybe they have the reasons. Like I said, Chris Snyder, he says, I feel the marketing campaign for The Crow will be very small due to budget, like Resident Evil Welcome to Raccoon City. We didn't get a trailer until a month before release. Thank you, Chris. That is a really good point. And I did think there is a chance that they could start that push, quickly before the release of the movie. It has happened in the past with other movies like Resident Evil Welcome. Now, that was a disastrous box office bomb. I think a lot of, core fans of Resident Evil dug the movie. I definitely liked the visual style of the movie, but overall the movie didn't work for me. But the whole franchise doesn't really work for me anyway, except for maybe the first. I'd say maybe a couple of the movies. You can have some fun with them, but yeah. Now, as far as this Crow movie, as you all know, I am part of a Crow fan film. I can't even technically call it a Crow fan film anymore. We had to change the name because there was some back and forth with the studio of this film. Okay, so I know certain things that I'm not going to tell you, but what I can tell you is that, and I don't want to say this first of all, because I want to get this out there. I want this movie to succeed. I want this movie to knock it out of the park. I want a great Crow movie at the end of the day. I don't wish, before a movie comes out, I don't wish any movie to be bad. All right? Okay. But having said that, there are things that do scare me about this movie. Oftentimes when a movie gets a marketing push right before, based on past history, usually those movies don't fare that well. I'm sure there are exceptions, but I think if a movie is really great, a studio is going to start promoting that movie. But I think there are a couple of pros about this. Rupert Sanders, like I said, I think he is a perfect director, actually, for this. Bill Skarsgard is a really capable actor who, as we've seen, can handle a variety of different roles. You know, with what he did in It, you know, he's not one of these actors that pretty much acts like himself, you know, uses his own voice. This is a guy that likes to create characters. And I think there's a chance that he's going to do a good job. Now, knowing what I know that I'm not going to tell you, there are some things that I'm really worried about with this movie, though. I'm scared that because they're doing some of the creative choices that they're doing, it's not going to resonate with fans of the original movie. Okay? And again, I am all for different. I don't want a carbon copy of the first movie. And knowing what I know, this movie could be freaking amazing. And I'm going to give it a chance. All right? Context is everything. You got 90 minutes to 2 hours to form your story. And this might be freaking great. It all comes down to the characters, the performances, the production design, the director. All these things come together to make a good movie, okay? And you could have the best freaking script imaginable. This character could do everything that in your mind you want him to do. The story could go everywhere that you want it to go, and it could still suck, okay? It could still suck because all those things, they might not line up right. You know, you might get some bad acting. You might get some glaring plot holes. You know, you might have some visual choices that you're not that fond of, okay? Some people are just, they want that original movie feel, right? They want that gothic feel. And I think that gothic vibe of the original movie was a big part of that recipe. It was a really big, and I'll even say this right now, the sequels are arguably really bad, but I happen to be a fan of The Crow City of Angels. I wasn't at first, but I did come around to it, and I absolutely adore the visual style of that movie. And I think visual style in a Crow movie goes a long way, and I think that's something that they didn't land in 3 and 4, especially 4. 3's got some elements of it that I do enjoy. I'm not going to lie. And I think Eric Mabius did the best he could. And I do like the idea of being on death row and being electrocuted and the scars being burned into your skin. That was a pretty good idea that I was on board with in 3. And I think 3 had the potential, but it did get a little bit too melodramatic. So there's a good chance this could be the second best Crow movie, and that's not saying much. But yeah, so I want to see a trailer. I'm ready for a trailer. I want to see what Bill Skarsgard looks like as the character. You know, I'm ready for that. I don't think it's too early to let us see that type stuff, you know? And I think if he looks really, really awesome as the character, that's only going to get people more excited, right? People are going to oh my God, I'm there day one. You could literally get people, like at least Crow fans and horror fans, you could get them in the theater opening weekend in the seats if you put out an awesome freaking image of the Crow. All right. Destiny, how are you doing? Nice to see you in here. Yeah. Hey, Jason, how are you doing? Yeah. Seeing some more people pop in. Zodiac Z. Yeah. So, what do you guys think? Are you worried about this movie? Are you scared about this movie? Or do you think, you know what? They got this. This is going to be great. I believe in what they're doing. And I think, do you think The Crow is going to be a hit? I guess that's what I'm asking. Let me know in the chat. Is The Crow going to be a hit? What's up, guys? You are at the end of the DD Live clip. What I do is I like to clip these out if I think the topic is important or something that's newsworthy. So thank you for watching. And if you want to watch more, you can go over here. You can go over here, click on one of those. And hopefully I can do this for 20 seconds, which I think I did. Okay, so yeah, thanks for watching, guys.